Hi, I'm Andy. Welcome to Narcolepsy Pumpkin. If you haven't done already, click on subscribe and click on the bell. That way you'll get notifications about new videos when they come out. Assuming you're interested in listening to me rant about software development. Hi. In this episode, we're going to look at working from home and the little things that are kind of different. By now, as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the realisation that a lot of businesses don't need big offices, especially for people like software developers, more and more of us are finding ourselves working from home. Now, that can be very much a double-edged sword in terms of your mental health and your physical health. If, like me, you used to have maybe a 2-hour commute every day to and from work, don't fall into the trap of spending that time either lying in bed or giving it free to your employer. Get up at the same time, absolutely. Do everything you used to do in a routine. Don't let your standards slip. Things like the way you look, the way you smell, feeling fresh and clean every morning actually has more of an effect on your mental health than you think. It's important that you still sleep. It's also important that you get up at the same time and you don't waste your day lying in bed until the very last minute, rolling out into your gaming chair, sitting down at the keyboard, falling into the hoodie and boxers new routine. So if you're not spending that time in bed and you're not giving it to your employer, what should you do with it? Now, my advice for that is spend it on yourself. Certainly that hour or so that you would have spent commuting in the morning, spend on yourself. And I mean by anything that expands your horizons, expands your knowledge, and progresses yourself personally or your career is a valuable investment. You've been given the gift of that extra time back, not spending it sat in the car. Now, some of us, as I did, would have probably spent your commute listening to things like podcasts or audiobooks, something that's educational, so you're actually not wasting that time. Now you've got it back. Go for a walk. That gives you the advantage of being able to look after yourself as well as put something into your head. So listen to an audiobook or podcast while you're going for a walk. Very much the same as if you were driving in the car. Just spend that hour walking, and that way you're getting some exercise as well. On the same subject of exercise, you could use that time to go to the gym. Spend it on yourself. Make sure you are in peak physical condition. Just because you sit behind a keyboard all day does not mean you have to be out of shape. Also, communicate with those people you live with, those loved ones and housemates, so they understand that you working from home doesn't mean you're not working. You're still going to be busy all day, you've still got the same commitment to your employer. There are some little things you can do to help out your household, but they should not be your focus during the day. If you don't have somebody who's there constantly monitoring or just giving you feedback on the things and activities you're doing, you can actually start to build up this internal turmoil that you're not being productive, and that can really start to eat away at the edges of your sanity. Yes, absolutely. Take breaks. Take the time to get a coffee. Do the things that help you take your mind off things for a moment. But you still have to fight procrastination. You fight procrastination by having focus. The best way to do that, if you don't already, is to adopt the Pomodoro technique, which is basically using a timer, originally a tomato timer, kitchen timer. Take 25 to 30 minutes of focused time and then take a break for 5 or 10 minutes. And when you have that break, do something like go and get yourself a coffee. Don't do chores, like you just watched me do. So if you need to empty the dishwasher, do that. Something quick that's out of the way. Don't sit at your desk or start doing something that would take far too much time and detract from your day job. Really don't start surfing the web or looking at social media. These are the 2 productivity killers to anybody working from home. And remember to take a big break at some point in the day. If you sit in front of a keyboard and mouse and screen all day, you're going to suffer physically because you sat in a chair, and you end up doing that longer when you're working from home than you do when you're in office, because you have that ability in an office to stand up, go and walk across, talk to somebody, go to the water machine, bump to the kitchen. There's little things that you stop doing because that interaction, that motivation from other people has gone. And again, with that big break, you could go for a walk, listen to an audiobook, just switch the pace a little bit. You could even go and do something mundane, something that doesn't require a huge amount of cognitive effort. Because with software development, a lot of the time you are sat there thinking, and it does help if you just have a break to do something else. If you are working from home, make sure you actually have a home environment that is fit for purpose, that you can do your job. Far too many people try to do development working from home by sitting on a sofa with a laptop on their knee, or sat in the bedroom, or sometimes even just stay in bed. Proper work environment is absolutely essential.